welcome back, welcome Diamond Girls. So hopefully we're all together now. So how are you? So just take a nice deep breath. So hopefully today will be a little bit better. I'm using the stream today for a change. So hopefully things are a little bit smoother in the connection. It has been a bit havoc. I'm playing havoc with my connection. With the wind and everything. It's windy. So I hope you're all well. Hope you can hear me okay. Hi, Dazzling. Hi, Whitney. How are you? How are you indeed? So, oops. I don't want that. Dazzling. Yep, you're good. Oh, good. Right. Hopefully today. Oh, may still have some issues with the internet. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on at the moment, but it does seem to be some issue at some stages. So hopefully we're all good. Right, I'm just doing the list now. So we have Bart, then we have Diamond Girl. Okay, then I'll do Dazzling and then Whitney. Okay, so I have done the list so far. Bart, Diamond Girl, Dazzling, then Whitney. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so I can have Bart is here and Diamond Girl. If I can have your questions, that would be great. Ooh, how are you doing on TikTok so far? Okay, Bart, let's have a look. How are you doing on TikTok so far? Actually, Bart, oh, I've got to stretch over here a minute. Right. How are you doing on TikTok so far? Right. What I do want is whoa, there it is. Sacred Fractal Tarot. One of my own collection, my own creations. Right, let's have a look. So nice deep breath, Bart. How is Bart? Oh, wow, that flew out. Hi, May, how are you? You're added to the list as well. You'll be after Whitney. Okay. Oops, might help if I can actually see out of my glasses. Right. 7 of Swords. But, so I get a sense that you're taking back. I do feel like you're in control, that you're taking back what you felt was taken from you from other networks. I do feel like TikTok is the way that you're sort of feeling like you're standing at your, standing your ground in some way, is that sense of taking back what you feel has been taken from you. You've got 2 of Swords as well. So you've got 7 of Swords and 2 of Swords here. So you've got that sense of things, you might find yourself at a bit of a crossroads, but I do get that sense of inner peace being restored. Okay, so I do feel like you're taking back what you feel has been taken from you from other sources. So, and I do find that you're going to find yourself with a sense of inner peace within yourself, but I think that's really important for you to acknowledge. There will be still decisions that you need to make. There's always going to be decisions that you need to actually make here. So we've got 6 of Pentacles here. So I think it's a platform that you're going to find a lot of harmony in your well-being, harmony maybe with finances. I don't know if you're charging, making sure you charge for your readings and things like that. It's having that sense of harmony. I get a lot of give and take energy in regards to your TikTok part. That's why I think you're going to find that peace. Okay, so I do feel like it's going to be a platform that's quite good, quite positive for you. Okay. There are still decisions that you do need to make, though, in regards to that. But overall, I think it's very positive energy. Okay. Don't know what happened there. Right. You're welcome, Bart. You're welcome. Right. Dazzling. Ooh, interesting reading. Okay, Diamond Girl. Don't know where Diamond Girl is. I'm waiting for Diamond Girl's question. So Diamond Girl, got no question for me as yet. So I'll just move on to Dazzling. Right, let's have a look. Sorry, I just got to grab a deck. I'm going to use my Journey to the Crossroads. And the reason why I'm using this deck is because it's about moving. How would moving to LA be versus to LA in any other month next year? So let's have a look. So what's going to happen if you move to LA in April? Hi, X's. You'll be after May A. You'll be after May. Okay, how would moving to LA in April be? Let's have a look. Now, I'm only doing 2 cards, Dazzling, so it's a little bit tricky to try and get you let's have a look. Wow, it's a pause. Now, I've got 4 of Swords here. 4 of Swords is like taking a pause. Okay, so if you move to LA in April, it's going to be a really pause. It's going to be a moment for you to rest, to take care of yourself, to nurture the mind, maybe take some time out. So let's have a look if you do it in any other month. So what happens if you move to LA in any other month? What happens? Oh, this popped out. Wow, that's interesting. We get the Empress, which is about, again, you get that sense of nurturing yourself, but you get that bounty and abundance as well. Okay, April sort of says stop. Is that stopping? Is that sort of recharging energy, very sort of quiet? Any other month next year, any other month becomes this abundance, creative energy. Yeah. I think it's really up to you, depending on when things get into action. Sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. That was, sorry. Yeah, I think it's really up to you. I think you need to trust your intuition and when you get things ready to go. But April seems a very still month, and any other month seems to be that creative energy, that that creative abundance, bounty sort of energy. But yeah. Right. Hi, Shatha. Yep, you're all at it, Shatha. You'll be after the X's. After X, 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 X. Okay, so don't forget, guys, when you donate, you get more than just the 2 cards. Right, so next on the list was, so I'm waiting for Diamond Girl and Whitney. Diamond Girl and Whitney. So Whitney. So I don't know where Diamond Girl is, but then from there I have May. So May, I can have your question. And then X, your question. And then Shatha. And then Maria. Okay, how would my special person react that you will give him? Okay, so how will to your gift? So you're going to give them a gift and you want to know how they're going to react. So you need to know how you're going to react to the situation, how they're going to react. Let me just put those cards away. Oh, pardon me. Let's have a look. How are they going to react to the gift? Okay. Actually, this is funny. Why is this coming up a lot? Okay, hand me that Pencils tarot deck for some reason. Right. Okay, how are they going to react to your gift? How are they going to react to your gift? So you need to know how they're going to react when you give them a gift. How are they going to react? Oh, that's interesting. I get the word, with the King of Swords, I got the word, oh, Diamond Girl, can I have your question, please? Just waiting for your question. Okay, so I get that they're going to be a little bit judgy about it. So I think it might depend on what the gift actually is. They could be a little bit judgy about it with the situation. With the King of Swords, they can be a bit judgy with it. They can be a bit sort of thinking about it, analyzing it a little bit. I think a sense of over-analyzing what the gift's going to be about. I think they're, with the Six of Pentacles, I'm actually getting a sense of a bit materialistic. Okay, I get the sense of them sort of taking. They're a person who takes. With, I feel like a little bit judgy with the situation. They could be a little bit materialistic with it, in the sense of, give, is this worthy of me, or is this worthy? It's art. Okay, that's why they could be a little bit judgy. Okay. Reg, you can be on the list, but just wait. Please don't post your question just yet. Okay. Let's have a look. Diamond Girl. Okay. Now, who did I say after Diamond Girl? Okay, May and X's. May and X's. So May, cool. X's, can I have your question too, please? What's coming towards you in love? I'm going to use the romantic tarot. So what's coming towards you in regards to a relationship? What do you need to know about the relationship coming towards you? What's happening here? Oh, okay. These two cards flipped over. Let's have a look. The first one is Four of Coins. Wow. In regards to love, you need to stop. You need to have that sense of looking at what you're holding on to. What are you holding on to in regards to the idea of love? So what are you focusing on in regards to love? That's what you're going to draw towards you. Okay? And the next one we have here is Knave of Coins, telling me that you've got a lot to learn and discover in regards to love. I think there's a lot of you're still holding on to. Your idea, your thought about what you're focusing on in regards to love, in regards to relationships. So there might be some stuff that you need to learn or discover, develop within yourself in regards to what you do want and what you don't want. It's very important to look at what are you focusing on or what are you holding on to, your idea of love. And sometimes that can restrict us instead of opening ourselves up, being able to let go of, release those things that we're holding on to in regards to love. And that's going to allow you to be open to discover and develop within your own journey of love. So that seems really important. Hi, Ange. How are you? So, Diamond Girl, I think it's very important to look at what are you holding on to in regards to love, because that's what you're going to draw yourself into. Yes, Ange, you're still available for a free reading. Yep. So, yeah, I think it's really important for you to look at what you're holding on to in regards to love, that idea, because I still feel you've got a lot to learn and discover about love. I think you just got to enjoy the journey is basically what I'm getting here for you. It's just about enjoying the journey along the way. Problem is, when I do a reading for you guys, I actually don't remember what I said. So I'll have to go back and have a look. I can't even remember what cards I pulled out, because I can't hold on to every reading. Yep, and you're on the list. Okay, Diamond Girl, that's done. Next is May. And then the X's. Right, I love reading. Let's do what's you need to know. That's interesting. Okay, Visconti Switzer. What does May need to know about love? What's important for May? Eight of Coins. Okay, there's some things that you need to finish, some closure that you need in life. You need to be able to have that sense of closure in your journey. And it's something that's going to take time in regards to love, May. So you need to have some closure. There's some tasks that need to be done before you can move on your journey. And it's something that's going to take its time. It's going to be a very slow journey. Okay, so that for you is just, it's going to take some time before anything sort of happens. But I do feel like there's some stuff that needs to be dealt with before you can move forward on the journey. Okay, so really quick, May, just the fact is that there's some healing that you need to do. There's some stuff that needs to be dealt with, and whatever's going on, it's going to take some time. It's going to take a little bit of time overall. Okay. So, positive way. Just trying to look at Whitney's. I can't even remember what I said. Okay, will I be able to successfully get out of this living situation and have a stable place where I'm feeling safe? Okay. Yes, you're working on it. Cool. I feel it. Oh, brilliant. That's good, May. That's fantastic. Okay. So you've asked a yes or no question. So let's have a look and see what the angels have to say. Will I be able to successfully get out of this living situation? Let's have a look. Yes, because there's something better waiting for you. It tells us that there's something better waiting for you. But let's have a look and see what the angels have to say about the situation. Okay, so what does X's need to know about the actual situation? Let's have a look. Okay, you need to reflect. Okay, you've got to contemplate on the actions that you actually need to do. Okay, there are some things that you can do. You can get out of the situation, but there are some things that you need to do. You need to meditate on it to get some clarity about the situation. You need to reflect, contemplate what you actually need to do. You've got to take action, basically. So you've got to not just think about doing it, but you've got to also get the answers you need so you can actually move forward on the journey. Okay? So yes, you can get out of it, but you've got to, because there's something better waiting for you, but you've got to take the action. So you've got to meditate on getting some clarity about the situation. Okay, so next in the line is, okay, Maria. Shabtha, I've got Shabtha one there. Okay, so next was Shatha. Okay, and you've typed in your question. Brilliant, thank you. Oh, I see. I didn't say anything about being worthy. Okay, Whitney, I'm just trying to look at things. Oh, you said he's going to be judgy about your artwork. No, I didn't say anything about being worthy. No, he's going to be judgy about your artwork. He's going to be judgy about the gift. No, it was about him. No, I was talking about his attitude. No, not you. No, he's going to be judgy about the gift. Oh, you're totally worth it. It's about how you deal with it. But yeah, judgy. Oh yeah, no, not about no. Oh no, it's okay, Whitney. It's okay. No, it wasn't about you not being worthy. It's about him being judgy. It's about him being being someone who takes. Not you. No, Whitney, not you. It was about him being he's someone who takes. He's someone who takes things. He's someone who I remember now. I got the thing of about him. I got the 6 of pentacles with it. 6 of pentacles with it. And it was that whole thing about him taking. I feel like he's someone who takes things. That's what I got there from it. Oh no, not you. It wasn't you being judgy at all. No, nothing about you being worthy. No, that's okay. I understand now. Sorry about that, hun. Sorry about that, Whitney. Oh, about that. Okay, so I'm pleased we got that. Sorry about that confusion. Okay. Hi, Kim. Yes. You're the last person by the looks of it. You're welcome, Whitney. I'm sorry to confuse you. Sorry with the disconnection and thing. Okay, so I'm pleased we cleared that up. Right. Shartha, what do you see coming towards me in love soon? Hi, Sid. Oh, you squeezed in time. There's 20 seconds to go. Sid, you're the last one. List closed. Let me just type that in. Oh, Renee, you snuck in again. Oh, you did too. 6 seconds to go. Renee's the last one. Hey, Renee, I did do that that manifest. I saw that you backed Tasty Tarot. I hope everyone's backing the Tasty Tarot. Okay, Kim, I will add you, but you just got to have to be patient for a minute. I've got a few people ahead of you. Okay, so Shartha, what's coming towards you in love? Okay, so, 1 second. I am going to use Coffee Tarot is coming up for you, Shartha. What's coming towards you in love? Oh, brilliant. I'm so pleased. Hey, did you get enough? Oh, you're out and about? Okay, Renee. What's coming towards Shartha in love? What's coming towards Shartha in love? Okay, let's have a look. We've got first card is magic. It's all about looking below the illusion. I think there's a lot of things that you need to manifest by using your own abilities. I think with whatever's coming for you in love comes from your own abilities. What are you focusing on? What are you trying to create in your life? Whoa. It's definitely a new cycle. It does talk about looking at your achievements. What are you focusing on? Where are you moving to? What's your next direction that you're moving into? It does feel like there's a new cycle, there's a shift, there's a move in some way in regards to love. So it's very much about looking below the illusion. Look below the surface. It's time to do some deep diving within yourself, which is really important. To look below the surface, find out what's actually going on within you, before you can sort of make that shift into the new direction that you want to go into in regards to your relationship. So it's very much about moving into this new cycle of things, but you've got to look within. You've got to do some deep diving. You've got to look below the surface of what you see and get deep within. Don't use the sleight of hand. Be careful of the sleight of hand. That's what I want to say there. Be careful about the sleight of hand. There is a movement forward in regards to love, but you do need to look deep within yourself to discover what's important for you in regards to the relationship. Okay, so let's have a look here. What am I getting? Okay, so I said Shatha. So let me just go back to my list. Okay, Maria. Okay, the list is Maria, Arig, Maria, Arig, and then Ange. Maria, Arig, and Ange at the stage. Maria. And then there's Kim and Sid. Sorry, I hope I don't miss anybody. Okay, so Arig, hope you've got your question in. When will Roberta reach out to me to talk? Oh, okay. Now, this is something that's going to be a bit of a timing question. So let's have a look and use the angel answers in regards to this. So it's not, your depends. So you want to know, you want to talk, right? So when will Roberto reach out to you? Okay, so you need to know, when will Roberto reach out to you? Okay, this card here is popping out here. Not in any particular hurry. If it does reach out, it talks about a year from now. Are you going to wait? Okay, it's sort of like not now. Basically, he's not going to reach out soon. It's going to take some time. Basically, when it's got a year from now, it's sort of like, well, that's the energy that's going on at the moment. So it's sort of like, well, no. I'm going to use Angel Tarot. I just feel like you're just not, there's other stuff going on behind the picture. So what do you need to actually know? Let's have a look here. So what does Maria actually know? Yeah, okay. So it's basically saying that when we're sort of saying, it's basically saying that he's not going to reach out to you. He's got other stuff going on in his life. So what does Maria actually need to know about this situation? Okay, well, that came out really strong. Interesting. Because I got 3 of air, which is heartbreak, right? So you've got to decide how you're going to be happy in the situation. These 2 cards popped out. Okay, so it does talk about sorrow. It does talk about a sense of unhappiness. Okay, with the 3 of air. So you've got to choose how you're going to be happy, how you're going to live your time. So it doesn't feel like he's going to be reaching out to you soon, basically, is what it's saying. It's basically saying he's not going to reach out to talk to you at this time, and it's time for you to sort of choose how you're going to be happy, how you're going to live your life. Might be a little bit of heartbreak, a little bit of sorrow, but you can choose to be happy. over the situation. You can choose how you react, basically. You know, are you going to let him control how you feel? So what it's saying is like he's not going to reach out to you in a in the way that you're expecting it to be, is what this sort of saying. You know, time for you to sort of just take care of yourself, do what you need to do for you. Okay. Next was, let's have a look. Forget what I'm doing here. Okay, so Sid was the last person, right? And so let me just go through and have a look. So what I'm going to do now, let me just do the banners. Let's just go ending soon. Wrapping up, but donations are still available. Right, okay, so go back to chat. Right, let's have a look. Where are we? Whew. Yep, a reg, but I don't think a reg's put in her question. I don't think a reg's put in their question. Let me just check. There was a reg, then Ange. No, a reg just said, can I ask a question, but didn't actually type anything in, I don't think. So, Ange, I'll do you next. Okay. Ange, I'll do you next. And now, Sid was the last person that I had on my list. I can't stay on here forever, but we'll see how we go. But donations are still available. So if you want to get a little bit more information about your reading, or you want a little bit more information than just cards, right, Ange, what do you need to know? Ooh, what do you need to know about your... Okay. Yeah, the free list was closed with the first half hour, and that was... I closed the list off 10 minutes ago. So anyone that's coming after that, you have to hang around and wait and see what happens. I may do a few extra depending on timing. I can't be on forever. Okay, Ange, I'm actually going to use my Sacred Fractal Tarot. And what do you need to know about your crush? Let's have a look here. Okay, I'm just trying to see what... Oh, Ange. Ange, let's have a look. What do you need to know about your crush? Whoa. Wow, as soon as I did that, this card flew out. So what card actually flew out? Oh, interesting. 15. The devil, basically. Materialism, restraint. Ooh, it's keeping you trapped. It's an addiction of some sort. Oh, what else flew out? That was interesting. Queen of Swords. And the Hanged Man flew out as well. So it's time to look at things from a different thing. It's time to look at the truth of the situation, the facts of what's actually going on. Does feel like it could be a bit of an addiction for you, a bit of a something that's keeping you chained. He's keeping you chained to him in some way, keeping him chained. So very interesting. Okay, Sid, that sounds good. Okay, Ange, so these 3 cards flew out. I had to pick them up off the floor. So basically, the first card was the devil. That sense of restrictions, chained, repeated patterns, bad habits. That sense. So he may not be good for you. So it's time with the Queen of Swords to really be able to have that sense of looking at the facts, nurturing your mind, your intellect. I'm getting a lot about your intellect, I get that sense of, I think basically. It's time to release, to let go, to have that sense of looking at things from a different perspective, angle. Look at what you're sacrificing of yourself in this situation, Ange. I think that's quite important here, to be able to nurture your plans and ideas and don't get distracted from them because of the addiction, the bad habits, the repeated patterns. So I think it's very, I'm getting a sense of toxicity here. But yeah, sorry, it's going to get you to do some real deep thinking. I'm getting a sense of really needing to nurture your mind, nurture your thinking. Yeah. So yeah, look at what you're sacrificing of yourself in regards to this situation. I think there might be some things that you need to let go of, to release. Okay, so that was the Sacred Fractal Tarot. You can find that on Make Playing Cards. You can find the link down below, or the link on my channel. It's a very abstract tarot deck. Put it that way. Okay. Yeah, you can donate, Maria. Yep, you can donate if you want to. More than welcome to donate. Okay, Ange, let's have a look. So where was I after Ange? Just give me a second, guys. Just take a nice deep breath. Make sure you've read the description box down below. Make sure you've okay, Ange. Kim. Okay, Kim, your reading. And then Sid. And a Reg. I didn't get a Reg's reading, but Kim. And Sid. Okay. Yep, just let me know when you donate, Maria. Yep, links are down below. If you go into Ko-Fi, it does PayPal. Okay, so let's have a look. Kim. Ooh, obviously didn't read the description box down below. So you need to know what your crush actually feels about you. Okay, so let's do it this way. Let's do the Rider-Waite-Smith. Okay, so you got someone that you like, and you want to know what they bring to the relationship. How do they feel about? Oh, okay. How do they feel about you? Bajin, actually, Sid was the last person. I closed the list off 17 minutes ago before you came in, I think. So, we'll start when Maria comes back. There'll be, after Sid, there'll be donations. Said if you hang around, I might still be able to do one, but it just got to be I've got to be careful of the time. That's all. That's why I sort of close that list off. But if you hang around, we'll see how we go. Right. Kim, what I got here was a sense of moving on. Got the sense of being led. So I feel like your crush feels like you're someone who can be easily led to I want to say I don't know why I'm getting the words manipulated here. Okay, Kim, so it's very much about that sense of moving forward. I get the sense of being manipulated, being easily led. Okay, moving on, easily led. So I do feel like, I don't know why I'm getting the words manipulated, but it doesn't feel very positive. Thanks, Maria. I got that. Can you type in your question? Okay. So it definitely feels as though like he feels that you could be easily led, that you could be manipulated, that he's quite happy to sort of move on from the situation, but you could be easily led. Just doesn't feel very positive, Kim. Doesn't feel like a very positive energy for you. He might be a nice guy, but for you, I don't feel like he could be very positive. But up to you what you do with it. Okay, Maria. Okay, Lalima, let me have a look and see the timing. I'm a little bit got to be careful with the timing. So let's have a look at Maria's. Let's have a look here. Sorry, guys, I'll be back in a second. Just take me a minute. Now, Sid's part of my Ko-Fi family too, so I must remember that. Okay, and Shan, I've got a second one as well. So there's 2 of you donated. Okay, brilliant. Thank you, guys. Muchly appreciated. Supports the channel. Thank you, Shan. Oh, wow, you've donated 2. So can I have your question as well then, please? Shantae, can I have your question? Thank you. So what are Roberto's feelings towards me? Like, is there love? Is he missing you? Etc. So let's dive into this a little deeper. Let's use... I'm going to use the deck of heroes. Oh, sorry, it just got... where are you? Deck of heroes. And I'm going to use, for the oracles card, I have to dive into this a little deeper. The love oracle, which I created. Okay, so let's have a look. What's going on here? And Shantae's one as well. Okay, so let's have a look, Maria. So what's going on here with Roberto? Let's have a look, Roberto. Magnet, that's a bit sticky. So I have to put things away as I move because I live in a caravan permanently. So I'm in a permanent tiny living. So space is limited. Okay, so what are Roberto's feelings towards me? What do you need to know about this relationship on here? Let's have a little bit of a look-see here. What's he bringing to the relationship? What do you need to actually know about this? What's important for you to look at in regard to this relationship? Okay, interesting. So we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, thank you, Stacey, for the thank you very much. Muchly appreciated, guys. Okay, so what oracle card are we going to overall theme of this? What's important for Maria in regards to this? Okay, so I've got a card there for you as well. So let's have a look. What's going on with Roberto? What's happening? Okay, the first card we have here is the moon. Now, the moon is very much about the unconsciousness. So there's a lot of stuff that's hidden. Okay, when we're talking about the unconscious, we're talking about things that seem hidden. Okay, so I think Roberto's hiding a lot of his true feelings towards you. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that's hidden, that's not being shown in regards to his feelings. And it may be because of the working together situation. Okay, we've got a 7 of Cups. It feels like he's trying to make some wise choices in this decision. Again, I get that feeling it's to do with work. So he's been careful not to sort of cross the line in regards to the situation, whatever's going on there. Okay. 6 again. I get that feeling of not wanting to take advantage with the 6 of Pentacles. Trying to create a sense of harmony. He's trying to find, he doesn't want it to be a disharmonious work relationship. Okay, so I think there's a very much of just sort of taking some time to sort of breathe a little bit, think about things carefully. Okay, with the 8 of Wands. I do get that sense of not wanting to sort of cross that line. Things are intense. Yes, he cares about you. Yes, there is that intensity, that passion, that creativity, but he doesn't want to cross the line in regards to work situation. I do feel like there's just that whole thing about not wanting to cross the line. Okay, there's a gap in the wall. There's something missing. He does feel as though something's missing. He does miss you. There is that gap in the wall. There is that sense of missing you. He does like you. He does care about you. But I do feel like he's not wanting to. I'm just getting the sense of not wanting to cross lines or just not wanting to. Yeah, I just feel like there's just that whole. Thanks, Stacey, for the donation. Muchly appreciated. Yes, he's got feelings for you. He does care for you. He does care, but he just doesn't want to cross that line. Yeah, I feel like there's that. The reason why I say that he missed you is because I got the word gap in the wall. Like there's something missing. Okay, there's a gap. There's something missing. And that's what I get from that he does miss you. But yes, with the 7 of Cups, there is that thing of needing to choose wisely. He's got to make wise decisions. And that's why there is that whole thing of not reaching out to you. Okay. So I think that's why I do feel like nothing's going to happen as yet, because there is stuff that's going on with work situation. So I hope that sort of makes sense to you, you got to think of the practical aspects of it. I don't know what HR would think and all that sort of thing. Yeah, maybe. But you don't want to quit your job because of, just because of that. So, yeah. I think there's some things to think about. Right, next one is, and I'm going to continue. Okay, so Shantae. Okay, next, donations. So guys, I'm just doing the donation ones at the moment. So Stacey, I'll then do after that. Yeah, Maria, you're welcome. Maria, you're welcome. Okay, so we've got Albie's current feelings. Okay, so now I just want you to be clear. You may not always get what you want to hear in these readings. Okay, so why did this fly out? Wow, okay, did not expect that. Whew. Okay, so what are his feelings for you? And I get the things with the death card that they're transforming, they're changing. Things are metamorphosing, if you like. They are transitioning. There are some changes going on. But we have the Emperor here. So in a way, I get that sense of a very strong energy. Like he wants to be in control of the relationship. Oops. Okay. Have you had any past experiences with this person? He's very much about the past. His past energy, memories of the past. And I get that because of the Six of Cups is all about memories of the past. Okay, I'm doing donation readings at the moment, and then I've got Sid reading, which will be great. Right. What else have we got here? This is interesting. I've got 9 of Cups, but then I've got 9. I've got the Hermit. Isolation. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, this is interesting. I got an extra card flew out here, and I'm going to do this together. So he's got about how he chose from the past. Okay, so maybe his memories of the past is affecting how he's going to react now. Okay, so I do feel as though when you've got this, you've got that whole thing of transitioning. He's going through some movements. Okay, so it might be memories of the past that are affecting how he's going to choose to react now. He's wanting to be in control. He's wanting to be in control of the relationship, and maybe his ex wasn't honest or something was going on here. Now, interesting here because we get the Hermit card, which is about isolation, meditation, reflection, lessons to learn. So he might be learning a lot of lessons and things that are going on as he gets what what they want out of the relationship. Okay, so you're talking about his feelings, right, for you. So for him to get what he wants out of the relationship from you, he wants to be in control. He wants to know exactly where he is, what he's doing, and what's going on. I do feel as though maybe with the ex, maybe with the memories of the past, the experience of the past, there were some difficult situation that he was in. Oh, okay. So the card that things here says, out of the darkness comes light. So I think it's a very much, if you want to be with him in some way, I think you're going to have to be very patient to see the light out of all the darkness and stuff going on. He does feel like he wants to be in control. So I think there's going to be a need to, I feel like there's a lack of communication between you guys. You're going to have to communicate. Okay, so I'm doing donations at the moment, guys. I'm doing donation readings. So the free list was Sid, and then I've got a couple that I may do at the end, but I am running out of time. So here is, I do feel as though he wants to be in control because of his past experiences. And it does feel like there is going to be light out of all the dark and stuff, that things will, that there will be light out of it. That's what he's hoping for. That's what he's feeling. That's what Atiba's feeling. Atiba's actually feeling that he feels as though there is that light out of the tunnel there. There is that sense of lightness. That's what he's hoping for. That's what he's gaining. He's hoping that there's going to be light out of all this darkness, whatever happened with his ex and memories of the past was his ex, So I think there's a lot about him wanting to be in control. So there's a lot of stuff there to think about, to decide whether that's what he's hoping that there's going to be light out of the darkness and all that sort of stuff with the relationship, but the stuff he's dealing with. Sunshine. Sorry, yeah. On that end of that thing, I am normally on every couple of days. So not tomorrow, but the next day. So if you can be, you can book your check out Ko-Fi. You can private readings and things like that if you want a little bit more one-on-one. Okay, so next on my donations was Stacy. So Stacy was next on the donations. And Stacy wants to know, okay, Ryan, have I been in a relationship? We got into a bad argument last week. Ooh, okay. So what's going on with the relationship? So sorry, guys. I'm really on the last one was Sid, and then I said I would do Bajin and Latima. They're the last three ones. Was Sid, Bajin, and Latima. So if Bajin's still around, I will do Bajin and Latima if they're still here. Sid, Bajin, and Latima. So that's the last, unless there's any more donations clip through. So let's have a look. Ryan, I'm going to do your romantic tarot. Right. And I'm going to use, actually, Vesta's Art tarot deck as well. Right. So you had a bad argument. So what's going on about the relationship? What do you need to know about this connect? Whoa. That flipped out straight away. Interesting. Okay, things are heavy. He's weighing heavily on him. I got the 10 of Wands here, so I get the feeling that things are weighing quite heavily on him. Things are quite intense. There is that whole thing about things being quite intense with the situation. So just give me a second here. I forgot to check. Oh, luckily I did check. Okay, Stacey. Have a look. So you got that whole thing about things being quite intense in the relationship. Things feel like they're moving quite quickly. There's a lot of stuff going on. It feels very chaotic. And you have got that sense of things weighing quite heavily. He does feel quite bad about stuff. Okay. Interesting. So we've got two fours. We've got 4 of Cups and 4 of Wands. Both very, very positive energy here. Wow. Okay, so 4 of Cups is that whole thing of being, what am I missing out on? does feel like that thing, what am I missing out on? And then you've got the Four of Wands, which is about that commitment, that struggle. So that commitment, that sense of everything sort of moving together, that stability, foundations being built in regards to the relationship. So I think it's only going to make you stronger. I do feel like it's going to make your relationship stronger overall. Okay, Stacey, I do get that feeling like everything's sort of going to come together. We get that Six of Swords, which tells us that there's going to be a smoother waters, that things are going to improve. But I do feel like there's a lack of communication. Communication is going to be really important here, to be able to speak honestly without the blame game. I feel I'm taking responsibility for how I feel. I think there's a need to communicate without the blame game. That's what I'm getting here for you. Okay, I do feel it's really important to have that sense of communication without the blame game, without saying this is your fault. This is, hey, look, I take responsibility for my own reaction, how I chose to react. And I think if you can do that, I think things are going to be a whole lot better for you. It's all about how you choose to speak to each other without the blame game. So let's have a look and see what Vestas Art Oracle deck says about the situation. Okay, can you tell us a little bit more about this? What's going to be? It's interesting. The balance card come up. It's all about balancing out the healing process of your reaction. I do get one more card. There is also a time to pause, a time to take a moment to breathe, so you have a sense of clarity. Okay, so you can get grounded, remove any negativity around the situation. I get that sense of getting rid of any negativity if you can just take a moment to breathe and allow yourself to have that balance from within yourself, so you can choose how you react to the situation. Get a sense of clarity going through, seeing that light out of the darkness, seeing the light through all the healing process. Okay, so I think if you guys can communicate clearly without the blame game, you guys are going to be able to move forward on that journey, be able to have that stability, the foundations that you need to have that shift forward into smoother waters. I think that's really important here, Stacey, to have that communication, to have the balance that you need, having the moment to pause, to get some clarity, to just breathe for a second. I think you both need that moment to breathe. You need that moment to breathe, but you also need to communicate. Okay, so I hope that helps, because I really believe that you guys can move through this challenge. You can move through this argument, this challenge that's been going on for you. But it's all what you choose, how you choose to move through it, how you choose to communicate. That's going to make a big difference for you guys. So if you can stay calm, no blame game. This is what happened. This is how I feel. This is my responsibility. This is how I chose to react. Those things can make a big difference to the relationship. So hopefully you guys can communicate. I think that's the big thing here. But I do see something positive for you guys. It's up to you, of course, to have that balance, that moment of pause, that time to rest. Okay? So take care. Okay, so that was the donation list done. Let's see who's still here in chat. Okay, so let's see who's still here. I've still got a bit of time. Let's just take a minute to breathe. Okay, so Sid, Sid is actually was one of my Ko-Fi family members. Now, like I said, Sid is one of my Ko-Fi family members, so they always get a little bit of a bonus here. And so with Sid, what am I going to do for you? Let's do the epic. So what would you like to do? Let's do the epic tarot. So, Sid, let's have a look. What clues from Spirit? Whoa! That flew out. Just give me a second. I gotta get it. Ugh. Okay. Wow. Okay. The Hierophant. Very much about your own spirituality. Oh, interesting. We get the Hierophant. Your faith, your belief within yourself. That's interesting. What lessons are you needing to learn from it? They're giving you your chance to have some free will, some choice, I think. Very much about... Interesting. We get the High Priestess here. So I think it's a lot about trusting your own intuition. Okay, very much about trusting your own intuition here. Okay, Spirit, what are you doing? Or Sid, what's going on here? Okay, we've got the Hierophant and we got the High Priestess. So it's very much of an impact, your own spirituality, your own trust in your own intuition. I think they really want you to really look at the knowledge that you have from within yourself. I think it's very important here because we have actually got the Phoenix of Vessels, which is like the Queen of Cups. Okay, you've got like the Queen of Cups, nurturing your own sensitivity, nurturing your own emotions, your own yeah, I just get that sense of your own sensitivity here, nurturing your own sensitivity here. I think it's about dealing with stuff, trusting in your own. Okay, one more card for you, Sid. Here I get 7 of spheres, like 7 of Pentacles. You've got to decide for yourself. It's all about your free will. That's why your spirit guides are being silent, because they're saying, hey, look, we're here for you. Your belief in your faith, we're here for you. We're here spiritually. We're your teachers. We're here to guide you, but you have free will. All about trusting your own intuition, trusting your own sensitivity, nurturing your sensitivity, and deciding what you want to do in your life. It always comes back to this. Okay, Sid, I've got one more card for you coming out when I grab it. And for some reason, I got Fairy Forest. I got for you to be connecting outdoors. I think you need to sort of be in the forest, be in the outdoors, having that sense of about hugging a tree. Okay, so what do I get? The Yule Singer. Rebirthing. Celebrating who you are, having that joy, that peace within yourself. But I get that sense of rebirthing who you are. Trusting in yourself. Being with yourself. I think that's so important here, Sid. I'm getting that whole sense of connecting. Oh, you got to get up to the forest, up to the hills, up to the forest. It's not just your garden. I think it's a little bit more than that. It's like going for a walk, really connecting to nature. I get the sense of hugging a tree of some sort, like just in tuning in. So rebirthing yourself. I think that's time to sort of really take care of yourself, trust in yourself, believe. Ouch. Okay, Sid. Now you got a little bit extra because you've been supporting my channel for a while with the Ko-Fi. So that's my way of saying thank you to you for all your support. You're welcome, Sid. You're welcome. Okay, so let's have a look and see who's still here. What questions do I still have? Okay, so who's still here in the chat? So who's still? If you're still here, I will do your reading. So who's still here? Who's still here in chat? Who's hung around till the end? And I will still do a free reading for whoever's here. I meant who hasn't had a reading. I meant who hasn't had a reading. No, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. For sure. But I meant for someone who hasn't been here, who hasn't had a reading. I was talking about La Lima. Okay, Bajane. Tima. And who else was in chat? Who else asked? Okay, Coolprick. Okay, Shirley, if you're here, so I will still do. If someone's still here, I'll still do whoever's still here. I appreciate it. Shirley, okay, if I can have your question then. So you've got here, what is E's current feelings? Okay, Shirley, I will do you. Said, you're funny. I love that. Maybe we can trick my guides and pretend I'm someone else. No, you can't fool them, Sid. You know you can't fool them. Okay, so whoever's still here, I will finish up the last few. So if you're still in chat, I will do. So Shirley, yes, I'll do your reading. Okay, I'm just finishing up. I do need to quit soon, but I will do another couple. So I'm still waiting to see who's still here. Right, let's have a look. Shirley. So what is these current feelings, thoughts, and intentions towards you? Okay. This I'm actually going to do. Oh, why is this Angel Tarot deck staring at me? Jane Wallace's Angel Tarot. My guides wouldn't think it was me if I didn't try. Oh, you're funny, Sid. I don't think you can fool your guides. Okay, so let me just put that to one side. So what's going on here, Shirley? Let's have a look. Now, remember, I only just do 2 cards. So let's have a look. So what do you need to know about the situation? What does Shirley need to know about E? About his current feelings and thoughts and intentions towards him. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Okay. There's 2 cards. Right, let's have a look. What have we got? Whoa, okay. I got 2 of Pentacles. You've got to decide, what are you juggling? What is, or there is that sense of juggling and potential. That sense of what's the priorities in the situation. And I do feel like maybe if we're looking at what their thoughts and their intentions towards you, they're juggling a lot of stuff going on in their life. They're juggling a lot of things that are happening in their life, and that's something that you need to know. They're going through a lot of changes, a lot of transformations. So I don't feel as though, I do feel like they're going through a lot of stuff within themselves. I think they're trying to work out what their priorities are, what's important. I do feel like you need to sort of take a step back from the situation. I don't know why, I just get that sense of they're going through a lot of stuff at the moment. They're going through a lot of stuff. So I think that's why you had a dream about them, is because they're going through a lot of stuff at the moment. They're going through a lot of stuff. And so they're going through a lot of changes. So I'm just seeing if there was anything that needed to be known about it. Yeah, they're going through a lot of healing. They've got a lot of healing they're needing to do. So I think that's why you dreamed about them. It's not that there's any sort of romantic thing or anything like that about the situation, just that they're going through a lot of stuff. They're going through a lot of healing stuff. They're going through, they maybe have dealt with a loss of some sort. I'm actually getting that they may have dealt with a loss, and that's why you're they've got to work out what their priorities are, what's important to them. They are juggling a lot of stuff, and it could be to do with a loss. And so here you have that Four of Swords and that feeling they've got a lot of healing to do. They've got a lot, taking a lot of time out. That's about isolation, that time out, that moment to breathe. So it may be that they're going through a lot of stuff, which is why you've dreamt about them. It's not about that they're thinking about you or that sort of stuff. They just may need a little bit of support. They may be that they need a little bit of support. They're going through a lot of I do get that, keep getting the word loss, like they've lost, like something has ended. There is a loss of some sort. And so they're taking that time out to sort of breathe. Okay, so yeah, I think that's why you might have been dreaming about them, is because they need support. They need a bit of care. They're going through a lot. E is going through a lot at the moment. Okay, so was there anyone else here? Let's have a look at some questions. See if there's any questions that I can answer. Okay, so I'll do Belgium, and I'll do some questions here. I'm just going to finish up some questions. Oh, that might be why he's dealing with a lot. He's got to deal with it. He's got to heal from it. You're welcome, Shirley. I think there's some things there to think about. You know, when you're thinking about him needing to go through the healing process, there was a lot of stuff that went out. Yeah, he flipped out. Okay, so let me just go through. I'm going to do very quickly using the Rider-Waite Smith. So what are the blockages between me and Delonte's relationship? Okay, so I'm going to just do some quick flip outs. Wow. Oh. Way before. Wow, Shirley. Okay. Give him some space. Yeah. I think if you've sent an email apologizing, then you just got to let it sit for a moment. Give him a chance to heal. Okay, what are the blockages between me and Delonte? Whew, endurance, stamina, strength is coming up strong here. So what are the blockages? Okay. Maybe if you give him some space. Okay, what are the blockages? Okay, he could find that you're a strong person. And the reason why is because I also get the Queen of Pentacles here. Whoa, donation. Okay, so the blockages between you and Delonte are that fact of you are strong, you're independent, you're that quite assertive sort of person. So I think maybe Delonte struggles with that you're strong, that you have an energy about you that's quite strong. Oh, Shante, you donated again. Okay, just need your question. Okay, Bajane. So I do feel that Delonte struggles that you are a strong, assertive person. Okay, interesting. Oh, he has to heal it. He's got some things he's got to heal with. So Shirley, I think there's a lot about you. Shirley, I get that feel that he's got a lot of healing to do, right? So giving him that space, maybe that's something he has to deal with. Now you've got to decide for yourself. Are you going to put up with that, with his energy, or are you just going to get on with life? No, he's not going to call you back. No, yeah. I just feel like he's just going through the healing process. And that's something he has to deal with. If he's got issues with women, that's something he has to deal with. And so you got to decide for yourself, yeah. So Shantae, just want to know if it's over. Okay, you're going to. Okay, so you want to know whether it's over between you, because is he gonna call you? Doesn't seem like he's gonna call you back. Okay, so let's do. Oh, this is interesting. I got the Occult Tarot with the Fallen Angel Oracle for this one. I want to say Devil's Advocate here. I don't know why I got that, but anyway. Let's do this. Put the book back because the book's no good. Right, okay. And the Fallen Angel. So let's have a look here. Okay, so let's have a look. So take a nice deep breath. Let me just light. I'm not going to be able to light it there. Right. Whew. Right, let's have a look. Right. Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look. Is it over? What's going on? What do you need to know about it? Is it over? Ten of Wands with the burden, stress. He's definitely stressed. But interesting, we get the Three of Cups, which talks about reconciliation. He's definitely stressed, but there is that reconciliation energy. But does it come with judgment? When you resurrect something, does it come with judgment? Let's have a look at these cards all together. And then we get the World moving on. Okay, so you've got to decide as well. I think there's a thing of needing to communicate here. Again, you get that sense of communication. But it does talk about that reconciliation, that getting together. But does it come with judgment? Does it come with that whole... with everything going on, does it come with a sense of having to move on, having to shift? Now, when you were talking about shifting and moving on, does it move into a new cycle, or does it actually mean that you move away from each other? I think a lot of it depends on how you have that sense of resurrection. Okay, so I do feel as though there could be a reconciliation, but I am getting us in a that resurrection, reconciliation, having those two together, but gives you a sense of judginess. And so is there a need to move on? So I believe it could be, but then you've got to decide how you're going to deal with it. Yeah, a lot of it depends on your conversation, whether you can both get over it. Remember, we cannot control what he thinks or feels, what they think and feel. A lot of it is about ourselves. Huh, that's interesting. It's all about discovery. Okay, so it's all about what you discover. Yeah, I think a lot of it does depend on the conversation. It does depend on what you discover about things. And the reason why it's got Marbus here, which is all about discovery. So, yeah, it's all about what you uncover in the situation. What's revealed when you reconcile, or that sense of resurrecting the situation. Because that's what I feel like we're talking about here. We're talking about the situation. We're not necessarily talking about resurrecting ourselves, but more about that reconciliation, that resurrection of the relationship in some way. But then you've got that sense of moving on, and that moving on can mean two different things. Are you moving into a new level of awareness? Is this a new cycle of the relationship? Or are you moving on to the next stage away from the relationship? But it all depends on what you discover. So I think, and communication is going to be so important in this process. That sense of communication. I think that's a big theme today. It's all about that sense of, what's needed. So let me just throw in, actually, just got told to stop there. There it is. Let's have a look at the crystal grid. Okay, so I really need to quiz the end of it. I need to wrap up. So let's have a look. What do you need? What crystal is going to help on this? Whoa, there it is. As soon as I said what help. Interesting. Communication. Okay. It's chalconite. Calcanthite. Communication. That's what came up. I asked what can help in this situation, and I got the words communication. So communication clearly without the blame game is going to be so important in this. Being able to sort of have that sense of, just being able to talk clearly, communicate clearly. Hi, J7. I'm sorry. I'm not doing any more free readings. I've finished up. Yeah, so I just think when you guys can communicate, it's going to help make a big difference to you. But it depends, of course, how you communicate. It's going to make a big, big difference. So, yeah, if you can sort of, I don't know if you can take a screenshot of this grid and use it in a meditation, a manifestation. I have to get going. I'm out of, oh my God, I've been on for what, an hour and a half? And I've been trying to sort of control how long I've been on because otherwise I burn out, guys. I do have other responsibilities with clients and things like that and the business side of things. So, yeah. Wow. Okay. So, interesting. I've got one more free reading that I said I would do. Let me do that free reading. You're welcome, Shantae. You're welcome, Shantae. Okay, right, let's have a look. Let's put that to one side. Let's get back into... Let me do this other free reading that I said I would do. Okay, the last one here that I said I would do. Let me have a look. Okay, let's have a look. Right. Okay, so I just had to grab that reading. Oh, Kristen. Oh, she snuck in. I was just about to finish up. Okay, Kristen, I'll do your reading as well. If I can just have your question, please. Okay, what's hidden from me and my connection? Oh, good question. Yes, Kristen, thanks for donating. Muchly appreciated. I just need your question as well. So what's hidden from you with your connection with... interesting. We get the Five of Swords. Now, Five of Swords is that sense of feeling defeated. Maybe it's time to walk away. Have that sense of, I get that feeling of just walking away, just having that sense of feeling defeated, walking away, taking a moment to pause. So I think the best advice for you right now is just to take a moment to sort of breathe a little bit. Think about your goals, your desires, your where you want to be in this relationship. I think it's time to do some soul searching, some deep thought about why you feel like, why you're feeling like you're defeated or things aren't quite going the way you expect them to. It's time to take a pause for a moment as well. So I think that's really important, to take that moment to breathe. Take that moment to breathe. I think that's really important here in your journey. Just to don't be it with this relationship, with this connection, what's hidden. I think it's just saying, you know, I think there's times that you might need to walk away, take a breath for a minute, and to just reflect. I think the answers come from within, is what I'm getting here. So it's really just saying that you just need to pause. You need to breathe. And I think the whole what's hidden is the fact is that someone always wants to be the winner. I think there's conflict here. There's struggles. There's challenges to overcome. I think you both have that sense of wanting to be in control, wanting to be in charge, make the decisions. And I don't know if there's any give and take here. And that's why I'm getting that sense of having to take a breath, taking a moment, just take a step back. I do feel like you both want to be the winners in this relationship, and there's no give and take from it, is what I'm getting here. There's no there's struggles, there's challenges, and it's all about because of what's being focused on, like wanting to be the winner, wanting to be in charge, wanting to always be in control of the situation. So there's some things to think about anyway. Okay, Kristen, thank you very much for your donation. Muchly appreciated. Let's have a look here at what okay, cool. Oh, what's going on with this connection? Okay, so what's going on with this connection? Why should you stop seeing Robbie? What's going on? Let's have a look at this a little bit deeper. Let's use the here we go. Let's use the deck of heroes, and I will use the love. Oh, my love oracle as well that I created. So let's have a look at this. Okay, so what's going on with this relationship? Let's have a look. Okay, so what's going on with this relationship? Should you stop seeing Robbie? What? Whoa, okay. 1, 2, 3, and let's do. That was me being clumsy. Oh no, maybe not. Okay, let's put this interesting card. Right. Okay, so I think it's very much about, let's have a look. What have we got here? First card we have here is the Magician. Now, the Magician is saying to you, hey, look, you need to look at things a little deeper here. The Magician can also be a little bit untrustworthy. Okay, so things can be so he could be a little bit untrustworthy. He has a sleight of hand. He's showing you one aspect, but there's more below the surface. I think you need to look below the illusion of what's actually going on here. Oh, interesting. We also have the Page of Cups. Okay, with the Page of Cups is saying to you, can you really sort of trust your sensitivity? I do feel like you're feeling a little bit out of sorts with Robbie, and I think you need to sort of trust that a little bit. I do get a feeling like that you're feeling a little bit out of sorts with the situation, and it could be because he is showing you one thing, but you know that there's more to the picture. You know, you're feeling a little bit of fish out of water. You're feeling like things are not quite right. You're feeling a little bit out of sorts. And I think you need to trust that intuition, trust that sensitivity to the situation. And here we get 9 of Cups, but it's reversed. And with the 9 of Cups reversed, I get that sense that things are not going to quite turn out the way you expect them to. So I think you've got to sort of really do some deep thinking here, some soul searching, you know, really sort of look below the surface of what's actually going on for you. Super important, because I think you believe life's in a frame, that it's I'm getting that sense of you've got this expectation that life is within this, everything happens within in here. And so you're a little bit afraid to look outside the frame. You're afraid to sort of move away from the frame. And I think that's why you're sort of going, should I really end seeing Bobby? And I think that you get that doubt, you get that you're afraid to take that step. And so it's time for you to sort of go, okay, what can I manifest in my life? What can you manifest? How can you get yourself back into alignment? How can you allow yourself to have what you truly want in life? And it's about exploring outside that box of being with Robbie. I think you need to look outside that box. It's time for you to take that plunge. Obviously, it's up to you what you do with it. But ultimately, you've got to do some soul searching. You've got this thing about should I, shouldn't I? And I think that whole thing is saying, yes, you should. But of course, you're afraid to look outside the frame. You're scared to sort of move ahead out of the box, out of what's actually going on for this relationship, outside of the relationship. So I think it's a little bit scary for you to end things. Maybe it's about what people expect of you, what's expected of you. And it's time to sort of move outside of what others expect of you. So it's time for you to you've got to do some really soul searching here. I think it's about you looking deep within yourself. It's about you being able to manifest what you truly want in your reality. Are you able to do that? Or are you always going to be on the surface here? Yeah, you think he's well, if you feel and I think you've got to trust in yourself. You've got to trust your ability to manifest what you truly want out of life. Get yourself back into alignment, because you are really out of sorts with this. And I think you've just got to trust in your sensitivity to the situation and allow yourself to fulfill what you truly want out of life. And you want to be respected. If you're feeling like he's disrespecting you in any way, that he's untrustworthy, well, then you've got to look outside of the frame. Okay? I think that's the biggest thing here. This card here, life in a frame. And I think that's what, what's expected of you. You've got this little box. It's time to sort of branch out a little bit. Look within yourself to look outside of the frame. So hopefully that helps. Okay, there, Kristen, I hope that really helps. Gives you a little bit more guidance there. Okay, Kristen, I hope that helps. Gives you a little bit of guidance there. And thank you very much for your support. Okay, Whitney. Okay, you're talking about your reading. Okay, ultimately, no, I didn't feel drained about it. It wasn't draining. You don't think he really... Yeah, so it's time to... Kristen, it's time for you to move forward on your journey. Okay. Yeah. Kristen. Okay, Whitney, you're talking about... No, I didn't feel drained from your reading. It wasn't that. I do felt very... he's got a lot of stuff on his mind. I felt like it wasn't a very... I do felt like he was quite judgy. He wasn't... I don't think he's someone that would appreciate, but he always expects things to be given to him. I think he's a very, he's a taker. Okay, I didn't feel drained from your reading. It's just that I felt like it wasn't positive. It wasn't going in your favor, put it that way. Whitney. I don't think it's going to go in your favor. It's not going to be the reaction that you expect, you want from him. It's up to you what you do with it, of course. You have free will. But yeah, I just, ultimately the decision's got to be yours, what you do with it. It felt very like he was judgy and respectful, but up to you. Okay, this is going to be me. I'm the ending now, so let's do this finish. Oh, you're welcome, Kristen. You're welcome. You're welcome, Whitney. You're welcome. Hey, look, guys, it's all about you being in control of your own journey. Let's do let's finish off with a little bit of a collective reading. Let me pull out. Okay, I'm going to use my, I'll use my Vesta's Art circle. Actually, no, don't do that. Let's use got a feeling I'm like, that was kind of weird. Okay. Okay. Oh, maybe I am going to use that. Okay. Because if I was going to use a different deck, it would show it to me. Okay. Let's have a look. What card are we going to reflect on as a collective? How do you choose to react in the situation? Your choice. Divine Spirit, I am in the flow of abundance. So how you choose to react, it's all about creating the abundance you need in your life. And sometimes it's important to sit in silence, be out in nature, just enjoy the moment to breathe. Don't be in a hurry all the time. Sometimes it's good just to slow down. Balance card is stalking. This card here is stalking, balance. It's all about finding balance within yourself. Super important here. As a collective, to make sure we look at how we choose to react. We're responsible for our own reaction at all times. Know that we can be in the flow of abundance if we can choose to be silent. Doesn't always have to be, we don't can be in silence. We can enjoy nature, find a sense of balance within ourselves. Find a sense of balance to give us the thing, to give us our explosion of thoughts, our ideas, our creativity, our sense of ideas about what's important for us. It's important that we keep our feet firmly on the ground so that our head is clear. okay, with Mother Earth and Father Sky. Allow our feet to be on the ground so we can be clear-headed with the ideas and the thoughts that are important to us. I think this is a really good message for all of us. What a great message coming through from the cards here about being balanced, being silent, being grounded is really important here, to have that flow of abundance once we choose and how we choose to react to the situation. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for the donations. Thank you for the support. Thank you for hanging around and being with me completely. I really do need to go. I've been on for nearly 2 hours, more than enough in regards to my readings. Okay, so that's it from me. So let's have a look. Just that I want.